Hi, it's Jeff.
And Denise from Mousesteps.com.
And this is episode number 27 of Mousesteps Weekly.
Sponsored by Theme Park Connection in Winter Garden, Florida.
Great place to get all your Disney collectibles and other...
We have plenty of them at home. So, and Maple Leaf Tickets, our official ticket agency.
Check them out. They have great deals on tickets.
Sorry about our voices. We're both trying to get over colds and stuff. So
yes, it's that time of year here in Florida where the weather gets a little
for the
cooler.
next few months, yeah.
But on a brighter note, we got to eat at Be Our Guest restaurant a few nights ago.
For dinner.
For dinner, yes.
And this is actually from an earlier footage that we showed, but we wanted to give an idea of what it's like to actually enter into Be Our Guest.
And we were able to dine in the Mysterious West Wing, which was a great place to be, I thought.
I thought it was that's where we all wanted to eat, was in the smaller, more intimate setting. And
it's like the Haunted Mansion. It reminds me of the mansion somehow.
Except with a lot more thunder.
Yes. And here are the napkins, which were folded up like a rose at our table.
And I liked it so much that I took a long time for me to unravel it. Like
yeah,
half
you
the
didn't
meal
want,
went.
and you needed it, but you didn't want to open it.
I didn't want to open it.
And of course, because we could, we had some alcoholic drinks.
I had iced tea. You
well,
had
not
beer.
you, but Corinne, our other friend Corinne, who we dined with, had some wine. Our friend Daniel had a beer, and as you saw earlier, I had one of those, or several of the Kronenborgs,
I would
which
have
were
had
very
a wine,
good.
but it was like $10. That's too much for wine for me. There's the salad, which I thought was really good for the price.
And I really, really liked my appetizer, the French onion soup. Yummy, yummy, yummy. If you like cheese, which I do.
And how much was the French onion soup?
It was $6.99.
So that's not too bad. And there was the basket of rolls. We asked for another one, so you can ask for more.
And our friends had the meat platter, and they really, really liked it. They thought it was a great appetizer.
And this, yeah, right. This was an appetizer, and then this was my steak, which was $29.99, and that included fries as well. And they were steak fries, not the regular
pommes frites.
But they were steak pommes frites, not
yes,
just not just like Disney pommes frites.
I like.
And I thought it was a very nice steak, a little too much fat, but still very good.
And I tried a little bit of that steak of yours, and I compare it to the strip steak I had in Canada, which I really liked, yeah. Oh, and here's what my entree was, the pork chop. And I was told to try the pork chop. That was one of the better items from another friend who dined there earlier.
And it comes with, I didn't realize that was macaroni. It looked like a quiche to
me. It was a really good, that macaroni thing was fantastic.
Oh, didn't I try it?
I think you did try it.
Oh, I didn't realize that's what the baked thing was.
Oh, and that is salmon. We were told the salmon was fantastic. Corinne loved it.
And these are the desserts, and we thought they were all excellent. And the gray stuff, they only give you a little dab of gray stuff for the whole table. A dollop of gray stuff. But this is what is stenciled on in chocolate where it says about the gray stuff.
Right, and you have to ask, again, it is not given to you unless you request it or if it's a special occasion. But it's free, it's complimentary, and it is good.
One per table.
Correct.
And this was the cream puff I had, which had a lot of chocolate inside. I thought it was very good.
And lemon meringue, which our friends
cupcake. Oh,
shared.
No. Was that a cupcake, right?
I believe it was a cupcake. That was my strawberry cupcake.
Your strawberry cream cheese cupcake.
Yes, it was delightfully good.
I thought everything we had was excellent.
There we were. And again, for all that food, for our share of the food, it was only a little over $90, including tip after our Tables in Wonderland discount.
Right, they take the 20% off for Tables in Wonderland.
So I would think that was very good. Now, we had some fun.
Jeff likes to make that face.
With some of the props there. You know, we were told the Beast was upset one night, and he kind of...
And you were pretending to be the Beast.
That was my Beast face. Did you not get the Beast face
I didn't
reference?
Realize it was a Beast face.
And again, all this stuff reminds me of the mansion. Somehow the wallpaper.
The wallpaper. There. Somehow.
And there's a overall shot of the room. I know the wait staff was appreciative of that flash picture.
No, they were like, ouch.
And this is a very famous tapestry.
From the Hunt of the Unicorn tapestries. There was, I don't know if there was like 7 tapestries all totaled.
But it's very similar to the one they have at the Harry Potter ride at Universal.
Forbidden Journey.
Right. I think it's the same one.
Might be the same one.
And here is the petal, the rose petal falling signify the beast's transformation.
We're in the still in the West Wing.
Still in the West Wing. We just wanted to show, demonstrate the effects that happen while you're dining.
And this is taken by Daniel. Daniel had taped this before, and you can see the prince turn into a beast whenever the thunder, rolls.
And he noticed that it happens twice at a time now, rather than just once. So it's sort of, if you're dining and you hear that thunder, you know to look over there, and he thinks they've added the extra change to make people able to see it. They don't have to wait.
It feels like being in a storm for 2 hours. It felt like being in a storm, but I loved it.
Now, this is the main dining hall, and there's the snow. And because of the kind of person I am, the very first time I saw this snow effect, I couldn't wait to go right up to the window, put my eye in it, and look out and see what it looked like up close. So we finally got to do that, and it's amazing. The effect is very, very realistic. You actually, I come from a place that has snow, as you do.
Right. I grew up in it.
And it's very real. I mean, looking out, and even the glass is frosted like it would be.
That's one of the first things I noticed when we were able to go up close was the frosted glass. It makes it look really, true to life.
Very, very relaxing. I could stare out the window and watch the snow. And we found out the person who made this got in.
Well, who designed it, who came up with the concept is Michael Praza, and he has a blog spot, and you could find out more about it.
Yeah, we'll link to his blog and the show notes, and you can read all about his experiences making that effect come to life. It's really amazing.
And then
I thought they did a great job.
Imagineers and show designers took it to the next level.
Yeah. So I think that would be fun to just sit at the window and look at the snowfall.
I think that would be nice also.
And this room is not open for dinner. This is the Rose Gallery.
This room is only open for lunch, and there is a centerpiece of a 7-foot-tall music box with Beauty and the Beast.
And it's really amazing. There is the Beauty and the Beast part now, and I think we're going to pan up, and you'll see a giant rose built into the ceiling, which is a nice little effect. And really, the rose is the motif of this room. Everywhere you look, there's little roses
in the
carved
moldings
in a lot of the artwork and things. So it's a very beautiful room, a lot of detail, a lot of things to see in this room.
And the music box actually plays Beauty and the Beast music the whole time. I told Jeff it would drive me a little batty after maybe an hour or so. But
again, I think if you have a crowded, noisy
it probably
room,
won't be as loud.
Would be, right, we were there with nobody there. So you have to look at it that way. It was probably much louder than it would seem with a full crowd. But again, as you see, and there's the roses we talked about.
We were told, you noticed the ballroom was a little loud, but I didn't even think of it as loud.
Yeah, the ballroom I found to be quite loud because of the echo and the way it was shaped. So I think it is loud. I think if you want a quiet, intimate dinner, the West Wing, and same thing for lunch. I mean, you'll have your occasional thunder.
Right, it's a little loud.
Beast change.
It was kind of weird because it was outside it was daylight, and then you walk in and you feel like you're in a thunderstorm.
But the music was different too. It was more somber type music, and this is Beauty and the Beast music, of course. So, but again, this room will only be opened for lunch, and they have self-service drink.
Refillable drinks.
And apparently they also have that in the other rooms. They are behind the curtains, so even the West Wing has the refillable drink. You just get your cup yourself, you fill it up. If you bought a soda, it's your deal
during counter service time period.
Correct. That is correct. So in more artwork,
I think it's a very nice looking room. Each of the rooms is so different from one another. They couldn't be more different, and each one offers a little something unique.
Overall, though, I would say it was a tremendous experience. I mean, it surpassed my expectations. Dinner at Be Our Guest was wonderful for me.
We had a friend who had not had as good an experience the day before, so our expectations were lowered, but they were greatly heightened when we actually went.
Our service
was excellent.
Fantastic. Sue was our server, and she did a great job. They were able to take our request to put us in the West Wing, so again, amazing service all around.
I thought everything was great.
And after dinner, you were able to take some unique fireworks shots, too.
So I thought that was it was nice to see them from New Fantasyland.
Yeah, a nice way to end the evening. Although we did see these really cool shirts while we were there,
This is actually an adult shirt with Goofy Wheel Apparel. I'm hoping there'll be more Storybook Circus and New Fantasyland merchandise for adults.
And a new Gaston's Tavern shirt.
This replaces the other shirt, which was a little more plainer.
Yeah, they had said that shirt was just sort of a placeholder for the real shirt, which is the one.
I don't think it was quite said like that.
That's what she said. Yes, that's what she honestly said that. Our friend that works at the store there. So, but anyway, what we're seeing now was Halloween Day itself.
At Fort Wilderness.
Fort Wilderness Campground, and this is the annual Halloween golf cart parade.
They have several golf cart parades per year. One of them is for Christmas, and the other for 4th of July.
Oh, and look at this. This Mater was one of my favorite floats of the year this year. Great job with Mater.
I thought that was a great golf cart, and there was a Mater last year, so at first I thought it was the same Mater, but it's not.
No, it's definitely different. Very good job, and... yeah, the parade, you just, I love the creativity that the campers do. And it's all just regular guests doing this.
Right, and sometimes it takes them months to do it. I don't think this one took months.
No, I don't know what the ape just threw some candy that you ended up with, by the way. Those were your Tootsie Rolls. Yes. But every time I see this one, I laugh because throughout this whole thing, he's bouncing the car. I'm thinking the car's going to do a wheelie soon. But you can see all the golf carts out there and the good crowd this year.
There was a really nice crowd, and this, you said, had one a couple years ago. I didn't remember that.
Yeah, as I was editing, I looked back at some of the old parades, and this was the winner 2 years ago, the pirate ship golf cart. It's amazing that that's a golf cart.
As soon as, though, a couple more golf carts down, I knew this was going to be like the winner.
Yeah, as soon as I saw it, here it is right here.
There's always one where you're like, oh my gosh, that's it.
Yeah, and this was fantastic, the Up House. And we're going to get into showing that one with all the detail, but it's just amazing how much detail they did put into this house.
It was created by, I hope I say the name right, Grisel Sierra. We talked to them, and Joseph Sierra is her husband, and he played Carl. And then
there he is, right there.
Right, and one of her sons, either Joey or Nikki, played Russell, and then they were all, the whole family was kind of part of the procession.
Yeah, there's the whole family, and they were very nice, and again, they did a great job, and they won best overall.
Right, it took her 2 months to do it, and it's mostly made of cardboard.
And let me tell all the listeners a little secret. Denise has been crying ever since.
I did not
because
cry.
Because they offered her the Up House.
I really wanted it.
And she wanted the Up House to put in our house.
I will say I never cried, but I really wanted it.
I mean that as a
joke.
Not a joke,
Can you imagine?
Metaphor.
This would have been a metaphor.
I don't know.
This would have been so cool to have in the house, but
we've
both
but it would be great for the living room.
It would have been great for the living room.
Tree
we have all
house.
your stuff in here. Why not the house?
Yeah, that would be a great addition to our home.
I would have really liked to have had that. And they were just going to leave it.
Apparently, I don't know. Maybe it went to, who knows? Maybe Theme Park Connection has it right now. It could be for sale. You could buy this house.
I mean, the detail on it was so amazing. She spent 2 months on it by herself. And I love this so much. Again, in the living room, in the bedroom, I would have been okay with it anywhere. We've both not.
It would not fit. By the way,
I think it would have totally. It would have fit.
Look at the electrical system, and they even looked at the movie to put numbers in there that coincided
with the date of the movie opening.
Right, fantastic. So sadly, it is not in our house.
We
did not get to keep it.
But
we'll have the video forever to enjoy it.
I want the house.
See, I told you were crying.
No, I'm not crying, but I would.
That's the sound I've been hearing, though.
How often do I actually want something like material?
Well, next year, hopefully a smaller item wins, and we can get it for you. And I'm glad you didn't want the pirate ship here.
No.
This was the best overall camp site, and it is a giant pirate display.
And this was really incredible also. Harry and Kathy Kunkel from Pennsylvania set all this up. And it really takes them a long time. She does so much of this stuff by hand.
What's amazing about this, it's not just store-bought inflatables. These are all crafted specially by them to make this display. I mean, there are a few store-bought items, but the majority of it is homemade. So I think that
like
to
the
me,
spider webs they made,
all homemade, and the Mickeys are even homemade up there. And the cannons, they rigged them themselves with the smoke effect. and there were some barrels with mock rum going through them. They made that all themselves. So
we don't have our artwork on here about the pirate Mickey and Minnie, do we?
But that was fabulous too. So all around, I would say they deserve to win best overall, which they did this year.
And both of the winners that we talked about got like a Wishes pontoon cruise, which is terrific, a specialty cruise.
It's nice that they do that. I think Fort Wilderness is such a nice community. It was nice to see the other campers come and congratulate them on winning and the great job they did. So it was a great time.
I think all the campsites, everybody who gets involved in this does such a great job, and it's if you haven't been there for the holidays, it's really something.
Yeah, and right now, as we record this, it is the 4th of November, and if you go to Fort Wilderness right now, it is Christmas time.
At least getting ready for Christmas. We haven't been up there yet.
Yeah, it's Christmas time there, and they do a great job for Christmas. All the campers, pull out all the stops, so that'll be our next thing in a few weeks. There they are.
Harry and Kathy Kunkel. Mm-hmm. And
there's their first prize winner. So that was another week. There's a lot more we can talk about. We'll try to get to everything next week with the announcements and other things. But
so much stuff coming up with Christmas. Christmas starts at Walt Disney World and everywhere in this area soon.
Yeah, now.
It's now, almost time. Now, yeah.
Christmas time. So Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
And Happy Holidays.
And visit our sponsors, Theme Park Connection in Winter Garden, Florida, and Maple Leaf Tickets.
See you all next week. Thank you.
Bye.